Good evening, Speed Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament 2019. I am your commentator for tonight, Czar. I am to be joined by Hierophilos in the near future, as he appears to be stuck in a temporal vortex, something I know all too well. And thank you so much, Hot Fuzz Bamf, for the Twitch Prime sub. We greatly appreciate your support here. So this evening, we have a hype matchup between two of our newcomers to the spring tournament. We have Rafe Hates Caleb, or Caleb for short, along with TwitchNChilled. Both of these runners currently sitting in the 1-1, I believe. Could be on 2, forgive me. And we've got some names coming up here. Looks like we have some familiar names from Caleb, who is a host of a podcast and has hosted several people among our community, among them Woat and the beloved Will Cleosis. So for this week in the tournament, we are looking at a banned Black Mage and a forced Red Mage, meaning the Black Mage is walking the plank off of the ship, and the Red Mage will be a mainstay of this round. And looking at the parties here, we have a Black Belt sighting, and that's going to be very interesting. So this could probably be a Dan strat, or should TwitchNChilled decide to raise that Black, he's going to have to put quite a commitment into. I'm asking the runners if they have the green light, and we are going to get this race started. Confirmed, we have a countdown. So as always, I think we're looking forward to getting our blessed RNGs in later for that War Mech, and enjoying how this seed will develop early. The seed is a Kirito production. Thank you, Kirito, for coming in and assisting us this evening on our restream. Big thanks to Speed Gaming. And a big thanks to you in the chat for spending your Friday evening with us. And we are underway. As we come into Corneria, Caleb is going to take a peek in the magic shops right away. We have Zap, Quad X, Light 2, and Ice 2 available. Excellent starting spells for Black Magic. Cure 3, Lamp, Heal 2, and Soft available. Cure 3, Heal 2, Soft. Also Lamp of note for the Lamp fans in the chat. We all know that Lamp has the ability to cure darkness. So given that Black Mage selection, I might give a little bit of an edge to Caleb at this point, as those dual Red Mages are going to be wielding quite a bit of useful Black Magic early. In our item shop, we have expensive softs, very cheap houses. I think that's a welcome sight for these runners. TwitchNChilled heading straight for Temple, as Caleb is looking for that first couple of levels, perhaps. We have a giant sword in the southwest treasure. That's going to give that fighter something to swing. A flame armor as well. Welcome equipment for the fighter early. The giant sword is comparable to, I would say, maybe a silver sword. It's somewhere in that range of attack. It's like Twitch is electing for the damage strats here, casting Ice 2 instead of Zap. Not sure about that play, but it does benefit him and he's through. Garland has been knocked down. And we're going to pick up our ship right away from the king. And Princess Sarah has a bottle for us. So there's going to be some very early sailing here. Caleb now making his way through the temple. Two pretty good treasures here for your fighter early. And we get a look at some decently priced cabins, as TwitchNChilled picks up 10 of those, and some pures. TwitchNChilled heading immediately for Provoca. He wants to know what town that is. Towns are very highly prioritized in speedrunning routes for these flags. Obviously, the reason being you could find that, you know, game-breaking spell. You could find a warp or a nuke. Save you a ton of time. And the shark is going to rain on TwitchNChilled's parade a little bit with stone poison. Oh dear. And those soft potions were not cheap, as we recall. Sailing the high seas is going to be a dangerous place this seed. As Caleb now knocks Garland down. So Mo chiming in with some information here about a little bit of back info for the names here. Twitch named Pizza for Caleb, and Caleb named NAED, which is for Twit. NAED is Caleb's dad's name backwards. So a little bit of friendly shenanigans between these two runners. That's always good to see. And thank you, Mo, for that info. Twitch now gets over to Provoca, which turns out to be Crescent Island. And there are heal potions for sale here at a good price. Pro Rings and Iron Armor available. Pro Rings is quite expensive at 28.6. And we have an exit sighting at level 6 Blight Magic. That's definitely an eh. Fire 2, Saber, Ice 3 available. Level 6 Black Magic, so... a tail is going to be quite beneficial if it can be found this run. And we've got these confused old sages over here. What are they holding this time? It looks like we are nearly synced up, and the cube is what these sages are holding. So, it looks like these these sages have been coming from the Sky Castle. So we'll see where the runners elect to go at this point. We have not yet seen Elfland. We've not yet seen Elf Castle, which is obviously going to be Elf Castle. At this point, I think these runners have to be hoping that Elfland is Provoca, and there is an item there. Because nobody wants to go into that marsh cave. And it is Gaia. This is not the town that they are looking for. See some steel armor available in the armor shop. There's the cat claw available in the weapon shop. Probably not going to be of any use this run, as black mages are banned. So one thing of note, these runners do have the bottle. So there will be an item here. The item is the canoe. That's probably a relieving find. And this also means there's going to be a lot of areas to check now with canoe available. Caleb's gonna head over to Matoya's cave, as it looks like TwitchNChilled might be headed toward Marsh Cave? He won't find much at Astos. He could go into Dwarf Cave as he has the canoe. Looks like he is going to brave the Marsh Cave. And his levels are very low at this point. A level 2 Marsh Cave dive. This is suicide. But it is a gutsy move. The bones have very low hit points. So that's allowing him to use the ice spell. Effectively, and it looks like the zombies and ghouls have also rolled very low hit points. Over on Caleb's side, we see that the sea hags have poison touch. And it looks like TwitchNChilled is also dealing with some poison touch. And we have a nuke and temper sighting in the level 7 black magic shop. That's got to be a groan along with Invis 2. So TwitchNChilled has made it to the top of Marsh and he finds a 65k gold chest along with another 75 gold chest. And there is a Zeus Gauntlet also in the top of Marsh. So top of Marsh Cave relatively loaded early here as Caleb now picks up his canoe from the ferry. Zeus Gauntlet, obviously a very lucrative item early as it casts Lightning 2 in battle. Caleb now taking the credit scene, and looks like he's going to peek into Dwarf Cave here. And wow, a ribbon available early in the Dwarf Cave. That's always a welcome find. A ribbon will act as a piece of headgear in the armor slot, and it gives you protection from all statuses. along with all elemental. And TwitchNChilled has escaped with the loot from the top of the marsh cave. He's now level 4, and it looks like he's going deeper. He does have a red mage down. Oh, excuse me, he has a whole party down. And this is another bold move here. He does have the Zeus Gauntlet. Caleb discovering Melman is vanilla. This is a really high-risk play by TwitchNChilled here. I think he might just want that information about what is the incentive item. So, magic not looking too lucrative from Melman. We did see Extra there, along with Stun. A lot of the more lesser known spells, which can be useful if you can apply them properly. And Caleb has discovered Provoca at Crescent Island. This is a big find for him. Ruse, Harm 2, A-Mute, and Harm 3 available for white magic. Fire, Slow, Ice, and Stop available for black magic. Ice is an underrated spell. Stop is good, but I think this white magic is much higher priority. Bruise, Harm 3. We're gonna get a look at our wizards here, and they have Dazzle. Uh-oh, they're fabulous. And TwitchNChilled is in big trouble. Was that Toxic I saw? Wow, those are some dangerous wizards, and wisely TwitchNChilled decides I'm out of here. And our pirates have the rod, as Caleb has discovered. So now we have Earth Cave on the table. What if there's something hiding in the 4th floor of Earth Cave here? Caleb's now going to sail south and do the world wrap as TwitchNChilled is headed to the item shop in Gaia. He's going to stock up on some more items. I'm filling in some notes for our tracking here. Looks like Caleb is going to make a play for the vanilla on-rack location. We will have access to Waterfall as well. So we do have an item in Waterfall. There's some chests in there. Still pretty low level for both of these runners. TwitchNChilled thinking about going back into Marsh Cave here, possibly? I don't think Caleb tented up there. He didn't, so he didn't lose much progress there, but some nonetheless. He's a little low on tents. He only has 7. 1 cabin and 1 house. He's gonna check the caravan for that item. Possibly the vendor item is here. And it is the crystal for 45,502 gold. So no chunk of change there for that crystal. Who knows what it could lead to at this point. Question in the chat from Kirito, is it possible to rando the remake? I believe there is a randomizer that is in development for the GBA remake. I'm not sure about PSP. As Caleb is taking on a Nacho. Trying the Quad X, Nacho says no way. He says Nacho Quad X. And yeah, he says forget that, they're too strong. And he is going to dive into the waterfall. Both of these rotors making some really bold plays. TwitchNChilled discovering a white shirt in the lower floor of Marsh Cave. I might have missed that earlier. Big thanks to Mo, our tracker, coming in with some notes, helping me out. Make sure to drop her the follow, everyone, Mama Duck. And we have the floater as the incentive item in Marsh Cave, guarded by those terrible wizards. Oh my goodness. So if Caleb had a lead with that floater find for TwitchNChilled, he could make up a lot of time with his routing. And with the canoe available, we don't have to worry about the dreaded sail to on-rack play. Looks like we are not going to see out-of-bound spat as of yet. It is hiding. And those nightmares were a bit rude. TwitchNChilled now trying to get out of this marsh cave. And Caleb takes a pretty bad ambush here. Perilous revealing Quad X. That's very dangerous. Perilous also revealing Zap. Oh my goodness. His only savior right now, that ribbon. Hold another spell from the Perilous. Oh, and Caleb takes the wipe. He's gonna try again. But this is dangerous. He's gonna have to hope for those mummies instead of the Perilous. TwitchNChilled has escaped the marsh cave with the floater and that white shirt in Hall. He's going to be headed to get his airship very shortly. And things are going to get very interesting here. Caleb losing time on his waterfall dive. This waterfall a little bit too much for his currently leveled party. Looks like he's going to take another dive in here. He's determined. I wonder if he's thinking it's the floater here. As mud golems ambush, and he is out of there. He needs no more signs. TwitchNChilled now having a think in his menu here. Possibly map strats? We again see those deadly sharks with the poison. And Caleb, again, due to his low tense, not able to save as often as he would like, I think. TwitchNChilled just moments from getting his airship now as we approach the 24-minute mark of this race. It looks like Caleb is making his way to Castle Ordeals. Again, his levels are so low. No warp. He's got one cabin, one house. The situation is becoming dire here. And now TwitchNChilled is taken to the air, discovered Provoca. From here is where TwitchNChilled is going to probably build a lead. He does have Harm 3 going for him. And he does have the extra mages. Which might, if he can get out of here, actually point him toward Ice Cave for the next play. Which is going to lose him time, as we know that Marsh has the floater. Yes, thank you for the explanation there as to our tournament format. Everyone is eagerly anticipating the Forced Fighter round. Excuse me, the Band Fighter round. As TwitchNChilled picks up his rod from the pirates. Caleb now running into the red gargoyles, and he gets away early. Just a quick plug for the polls there. Make sure to get your votes in for the polls. You, the viewers, will determine the bonus stream. Bonus stream is always a hype event. We all remember the legendary first bonus stream of 8 hours. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, Cactus, the actual equipment setups they have? As Caleb has made it to the top floor of Ordeals. He discovers a Pro Cape. That's a good find for your mages. It takes the shield spot, which is only available with the buckler and the red mage to any other mage. You gotta vote for Warmech in the chat. Warmech is winning the poll, I believe, and has made a presence in the Randomizer Spring Tournament 2019 thus far. We have seen a lot of Warmechs. We're just about to get a look at what is the incentive item for Castle Ordeals. And hey, I was just getting thirsty. It's the Oxy Ale. Now that's That's another kind of double-edged sword here for Caleb. I mean, obviously you want to find the Oxyale, but if he decides to go into Sea Shrine, which he can now, it's going to lure him further away from that floater in Marsh Cave. TwitchNChilled is thinking about coming back for a pro array. I think he remembered that there are 20-some thousand. Caleb is out with the Oxyale. TwitchNChilled is now going to go into Dwarf Cave. He's going to like what he finds here when he discovers that ribbon. So ribbon is on the list of items or incentives, meaning that could actually be one of our loose items. Caleb's going to make the long walk to revive his red mage. Life spells, not something we've seen yet. Of course, we have not yet seen Elfland either, so... With the airship, I think TwitchNChilled will be finding Elfland very shortly, as he's going to pick up Exfer and Harm 4 out of the Melmond level 5 white magic shop. Passes on the level 5 black magic. Gold bracelets available in Melmond Armor Shop for 10k. Looks like Caleb might be headed back to that marsh cave now. With his exploration, he's found a couple incentive items. I think he's feeling it might be there. And we see that Sarda has the tail. Class change imminent at a relatively low level, which is good. Your fighter will be able to learn spells much more likely as a knight. Just a quick reminder of all the other Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament action going on this evening. We currently have Jake Hoper versus Doogie MacGyver going down on Speed Gaming 6. And we have a double feature for you folks later this evening. That will be right here on Speed Gaming 1. That's going to be starting at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. We have Melee Wizard versus Alager Brat, and Tyrannex versus everyone's favorite Lord Fizzlebeef. As TwitchNChilled is heading into the Ice Cave at this point, Caleb has returned to Marsh Cave. This is a good move for Caleb. This is going to keep him in the race. Although he's headed to the top 4 floors, there's some good treasures in the top 4. And yes, I believe that the Master Fix is still in alpha, and that will be upon the next release. Lots of new and interesting features coming up for the next release. I can't wait to get it. Our devs have spoiled us with all this wonderful randomization already. Truly amazing what they've done with a 30-year-old game, 30-year-old code. And then, of course, we have co-op, which is great. It brings people together unites people within the community. I always enjoy my co-op races. Caleb gonna pick up that Zeus gauntlet from the top floor now. Welcome, Wilcleosis, to the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Monumental matchup this round of the tournament. Wilcleosis, Tristal, MTG. If you haven't seen it, check out the VOD. Also, we love you, YouTube. Shoutouts to our YouTube viewers. We hope to have more YouTube exclusives coming for you soon. Like TwitchNChilled picked up an ice armor there. Switch that up to his fighter. So we've seen a lot of really bold moves from both of these runners. And for the most part, it has actually benefited them. Caleb went a little bit further off the actual floater route. TwitchNChilled found it much earlier in Marsh and was taken to the air much earlier. But Caleb got through quite a bit. He got some information out of Waterfall, finished up Ordeals, and he was diving at level 5. We saw a level 2 Marsh Cave dive from TwitchNChilled, so that was huge. Welcome Will Bloodworth to the chat. As we have, by their powers combined, Team Illuminati is among us. It's a really intricate way that the emulation is capable of communicating that information. If you have questions, Cactus Owl, I would direct you to our Discord. The devs would be much more skilled in answering your questions than I. But I think that a majority of it revolves around the Lua script. That's confirmed by Wilcleosis. Thank you, sir. TwitchNChilled having some wizard woes here. We know that they have some nasty abilities, including Dazzle. There be dragons, sword types in this ice cave. So given TwitchNChilled's levels, I think an eye grind might not be off the table. As Caleb picks up the white shirt, he's going to loot lower Marsh Cave and probably kick himself a bit, discovering that floater. There's a Thor hammer. That's a nice find. The eye is ambushed, so we'll see if it ambushes consistently. TwitchNChilled going to keep us in suspense while he heals, and it is the slab. Incentive Ice Cave is holding the slab. And now Caleb has picked up his floater. Looks like he will finish digging out Marsh Cave. So in regards to loose items, we may have found one loose item, which was a ribbon in Dwarf Cave, which, in the logic, still leaves one on the table. It looks like Hyro's been held up. I'm certain that the chat would enjoy you coming in on the booth here with us, Wilcleosis, and I am always thrilled to have you on the comm. But you make sure that you're ready to comfortable to come in, and we can make it happen. I put in the request, and we should be joined shortly by the man himself, Will Cleosis. So TwitchNChilled is taking several eye encounters here. Going to gain the benefit of some levels very quickly. And this marsh cave continues to haunt Caleb with another ambush here. And the crawl has thunder. That is terrifying. Oh, was that Xfer? If that was Xfer, he's in big trouble now. Because he just lost his ribbon resistances. And he gets through with the Zeus Gauntlet. Clutch play there for Caleb. And he gets out. He could have tried to run for that encounter, but he made the right play and used the Zeus Gauntlet. The maturity and the experience that Caleb has gained just within the last 3 weeks of learning this randomizer has been astounding. Ah yes, in Soviet Russia, will Cleosis come to you? Now, these wizards reminding TwitchNChilled that they are a force to be reckoned with. And I believe we are currently joined by Will Cleosis. Welcome, Will. Thank you so much for taking some time to come in.
Thank you for having me. Just got home from work, Speed Gaming. Looks like we're at the 40-minute mark. And Caleb, he got the floater out of Marsh Cave. That seems to be his nemesis. He's in the boat. He's sailing the high seas. He's headed right for the Ryukon Desert. Meanwhile, TwitchNChilled leaving the ice cave. Did he get out of there with that slab? It looks like he did.
He did. He also got out of there with some levels.
That's good.
These guys playing like veterans here, Will. It's really nice to see these newer runners just come in and put on this kind of a show. One fine day in the chat, welcome. We do aim to please here in the FFR community.
Thank you, Homer Cleese and everyone, John Reese, everybody. I've got the chat up now so I can see you guys as well. Please let me know if I'm a little bit loud. You guys, one fine day, always a pleasure to see you. I have not been tested for volume that I know of, so I'm trying to be as much quiet as I can, but trying to make some noise right now. Rayfade's Caleb. We know him as Caleb. He's in the air. He heads directly towards the original town of Gaia. He wants to check out the towns. He finds it's Lefane. TwitchNChilled is going for a ride, it looks like, right now in the airship.
Yeah, TwitchNChilled's routing has been not quite optimal. He got the floater quite a bit earlier than Caleb. However, Caleb is quickly catching up here.
Yeah, I think what we're looking at here, Czar, and I would think you would agree, I certainly don't want to speak for you, but this is the future of Final Fantasy Randomizer. A year ago, we had, we had the Falconics and Arson Horses, and we said it then. And we have that going on right now. And Lord of the Synth, he's 2-0 now. And I think that these are two names that both came from YouTube. TwitchNChilled came here from our YouTube exclusives that we did when it was Minochi and the Champion Edgeworth going at it exclusively over there. TwitchNChilled joined, was in the chat. I want in. He joins up on the crew. He helps us out. And he's ready to win a match. And Caleb came from there as well. He's got his podcast, talks about Final Fantasy Randomizer. He had TwitchNChilled on his podcast earlier. I've been on his podcast. The Great Woat has been on it as well. So I think that we're really looking at, you know, the potential future here in Final Fantasy Randomizer for two names that are not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, YouTube hype, and we're going worldwide.
Maverick Kanissa, welcome to the chat, and thank you. I did catch the most recent match that I was in on a replay, Czar, that you talked about being called the greatest match ever, Czar, and that is saying something. And it was certainly entertaining, and we thank you for joining us, Maverick. It was a pleasure. TwitchNChilled raiding the Cardia Islands. Caleb's in that area. Caleb has class changed with that tail that he got earlier. TwitchNChilled has his slab translated. I don't think he's headed to Lefane quite yet. I don't see Lefane lit up down there, so...
Looks like Caleb found a defense sword. I was just about to mention we have not found much in the way of swords yet, and Caleb picks up a big find. Defense sword, really nice weapon. It casts ruse in battle. It has good attack. It has good hit. And it also has a little bit of crit. Just enough to get you by.
Czar, with Caleb, he went other places, obviously. He knows it was the last place that he went to get the floater. Still a newer player. Caleb, he's watched a ton of it. He's definitely probably got a feel behind in his mind, but he's still making a safe play. He's trying to raid Cardia Islands, get some money, get like the defense sword, maybe a weapon. What do you do next if you feel behind?
Well, with the defense sword, the class change, he does have that ribbon. I think it's time to get into that volcano. You have a high chest density, you have an orb. I think that has to be the next play.
That would be my play as well. Caleb's stopping off, finds the crystal, buys the crystal as the vendor item in the Oasis. I don't believe TwitchNChilled has that crystal. We do not see it on the tracker at this point. Has he checked that, Czar?
I do not believe so. Caleb checked that relatively early. He sailed there. So that could be a factor.
Okay. TwitchNChilled heads back to the old Gaia, to the new Lefane. He's got his translated slab running at a key item here. Could it be a fetch quest, a crown? Could it be an adamant? Is it the required loot? It is the crown. Caleb gets the TNT from the crystal turn-in. Racking up those key items. 150% experience boost when you get 12 key items. Both players closing in on that.
Yeah, TwitchNChilled took quite a few eye encounters, but that's always welcome. And we're going to have some more answers as to these quests very shortly.
Caleb heads to the dwarf cave. Hooray! Alright, Chad, let's hear it. Hooray, dwarf from Caleb. Been watching Final Fantasy Randomizer and having a little bit of fun. That's really what it's all about, Czar. Just having a blast.
It is. That's rule number one. If you're not having fun, then why are you here?
TwitchNChilled. This is a battle of 0-2s at this point. Like I said, we think, hooray, it's the future. TNC took on Gouda in the first round, Pizzapotamus in the second round. Both matches were competitive. Caleb, with an interesting schedule, took on Wukliosis in the first round, almost won. He lost by 14 seconds. It was kind of out of nowhere. And then he had to take on Woat in the second round. So Caleb's had a tough, very name-recognizable route. Speaking of a tough route, he's got a solo knight right now.
Yeah, he's not been afraid to take big risks, as he's putting out the real good vibes now. We got a Hooray and we got a Fed Titan.
Caleb turns in that ruby. Is the ruby required? Is there a loose item in here? There is not. Does Caleb reset? He does not. He's going to walk out not much. But he apparently knows the encounter table. Walks out and he's going to take it. TwitchNChilled has made his way to Castle of Ordeal, using a light axe to get some pretty low HP Zombos. Level 13, 8, 5, and 6 for TNC.
Yeah, good play. Zombles, big experience, big gold. He's going to pick up the Oxyale here, and that's an open sea shrine for him if he elects to go there.
Behind the scenes, Mama Duck. Moist Mogwai doing the tracking. Thank you very much. Big smile on her face. Certainly appreciate her taking care of that. Caleb's gonna do a little bit of shopping. Pick up heal 2, cure 3 for his knight. TwitchNChilled's dealing with those man cats. They're unrunnable. As he's still got his black belt standing, along with a fighter and a white.
Yeah, I was thinking about a dance strat early, but he's keeping that black belt up, which tells me maybe thinking about a 32 or at least 21.
I think 21. There goes the fighter. The unrunnable man cats. They're terrible. I can't stand these guys. I've talked about it before. They almost cost me the last match. TNC does the right thing. He resets. They resist so much, and they're so hard to take down. They've got just a little too much hit points, and they're really annoying. And it was in Castle Ordeal where, in that great match that we had recently, they really messed some things up. TNC was there for that. He remembers that. He's moving some things around, but he's going to go in for round 2.
Yes, there's certainly certain enemies in both Vanilla and Randomizer that can put a groan on your face, and Mancats are one of them.
Round 2 for TNC. Caleb is headed towards the original Lefane. Moist Mogwai is letting us know that Lefane has been shuffled to Elfland. Level 3 and 4 magic spells. Caleb's going to be able to pick those up all at once.
Yeah, almost 50 minutes in, gonna get his first look at that magic. He's probably been wondering for a long time what's there. We know that Nuke and Temper are level 7 magic, available in Gaia.
Ooh. Black Mage, potential Black Wizard, has walked the plank. We will not see that here in round 3 of the 2019 Spring Tournament. We'll definitely see a Red Mage, though. Red Wizard on Caleb's side as he's class promoted.
I think there is a slim chance that we could see Nuke or Temper on one of the Red Wizards.
There is a level 7 black magic. It's in the in Gaia that a Red Wizard can learn. I think it's one of the slots, one of the 2 slots in level 7.
I think it's the first slot. If it's the first slot, then that's going to be Nuke.
The Red Wizard can learn the first slot in Onrak of white magic in level 7. There's those man cats for TNC. They didn't hit too hard. Let's see if he can adjust. His life 2 Caleb finds. He'll have 4 life 2 casters. Wow.
Yeah, that's really big for him. Along with the wall there, doesn't have to worry about finding other ribbons should he like to try and save time.
Take that back. The man cats hit pretty hard. The fighter has perished. Zap's a good spell to throw out here, and TNC's going for it. Zap is a time elemental magic attack. Its accuracy is questionable. Is that Death Touch?
Oh, it might have been.
That's how he knocked out? It's got to be how they knocked out the fighter. One fine day, is that Death Touch? You see that?
If so, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Not only here, but also in Sky.
TwitchNChilled has made it through, but he's down to 2 warriors, and they are not the warriors that he wants. Arm 3 is going to take out the mummies, most of them.
Gotta just try and get out at this point. He's made some huge gambles. This is one of them.
We understand that Castle Ordeal holds the Oxiale?
That's correct.
Okay. Well, it's a required trip. Required item, gonna have to have that. It's a pivotal moment for TNC. He's gotta get in here, get this, and get out of here. Nightmare Trap Tile's runnable. He runs after getting a whack, and he gets away.
Caleb taking on some zombies and trolls.
Etap saying in chat, the venerable Etap, it just said slain. That is Death Touch.
Oh wow, that's a very unfortunate shuffle.
Yeah, and they oftentimes they roll 3 hits. I mean, if you have an enemy that rolls multiple hits, each and every connection that they make into a light warrior rolls to potentially land the dreaded Death Touch. TNC gets ambushed by sorcerers. They've got 2 and 3 hits. but they don't do much damage, but Glare will. Caleb's gone. That's the ribbon. That's the ribbon that's saving Pizza of TNC. He's trying to get away. What else do they have behind Glare is the question. They're just trying to pound him, but they aren't doing very well. TNC gets away.
This is going to be a clincher.
It's a pivotal moment for TwitchNChilled. More sorcerers. That Glare should be protected from. It's a 3 and 256 with that equipped ribbon. Ribbon saving TwitchNChilled. If you ever wonder about the power of a ribbon, and you're watching on YouTube or don't know much about the game, maybe you want to learn a little bit, that's what a ribbon does. Protects from Glare. Glare is time elemental as well.
Yeah, we saw it on Caleb's side earlier. That early ribbon find in Dwarf Cave has been huge for both of them.
TwitchNChilled makes it happen. Caleb is in the river system in the north. He's gonna reset and leave.
Yeah, Caleb had a rough encounter with the waterfall earlier and lost about 6 to 7 minutes there.
The waterfall is kind of Caleb's nemesis. In his first round match, he dove waterfall at level 5. And it slowed him down. He was able to get through. But it looks like that's coming back to haunt him maybe. It's going to pick up harm 4. I don't believe Caleb has been to the ice cave and its slab. Maybe he'll go there instead. 54-minute mark, no orbs have been lit. Do we have a leader, Czar? And if we do, or is it a player that has an advantage, and how much is it?
At this point, I would give Caleb a slight advantage based upon knowledge, based upon spells, based upon equipment, but I have to give the level advantage to TwitchNChilled, undoubtedly. He has turned in slab already. That's something Caleb has not done. If Caleb does have a lead at this point, it's minimal.
TwitchNChilled heads to Northwest Castle, returns the crown to the kindly old king and his pet bats. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me! It was Astos all along. It's the Dark Elf. Shocker.
I cannot understand how this keeps happening.
I don't understand. I'd like to welcome the Enforcer. Conic FF joins us live. The crowd is starting to grow a little bit right here. We're on Speed Gaming. We are live on Twitch. It is April 26th. It's past the 8 p.m. Eastern Time mark. 5 p.m. Pacific. This great battle of what we think is the future of Final Fantasy Randomizer. 55-minute mark, Caleb enters the ice cave. We know that the slab is in here.
This is a big race for both of these runners right now.
Kind of looking at it from a broad perspective, Zart, the black belt, it's just not helping TwitchNChilled at all. You know, get through a lot of things. Trying to see what level it was, 11, I'm not sure, but if you can get that black belt going, I think it could be a potential advantage for TNC.
Yeah, he's, we know Temper's not available. I believe Fast may be available, as the Adamant leads to a ribbon.
Okay, that's 2 ribbons. Hooray! TNC.
I love these guys. Praise on both sides.
I talked about it right when we got here, you know, just a little bit ago. Both these players came from YouTube. That's where I came from. They watched and they saw how much fun we were having, and they jumped in and joined, not knowing anybody. I've been saying the water's warm for over a year now. They jumped in, they're having a great time, and kudos to them. And if anyone wants to do that, Czar, we'll get some links up into the Discord, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. We have new people joining and asking questions and just wanted to be a part of this, of something special. And they're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, come on in. We've got a section for just about anything you like here. We got a section for self-promotion. If you broadcast, come on in. We might find someone who's interested in your material among our community, and vice versa. You may become interested in ours. And the randomizer, it's addicting.
It is. Caleb with a good run through the ice cave. He's closing in on... I think he bought Warp. He found Warp in Elfland. He walked into the wrong hole, though. This is new. See? He warps back up. Now he's got to go back and he's got to use another warp. That's okay. He was able to fix his full pot. He's got his slab. Let's see if he wants to continue on. Meanwhile, TwitchNChilled has made his way to OnRack. He's got the Oxio. Look at him think. Look at him pause. Can I do this? I cannot. He's leaving.
He's done this a few times in the run. He's had to stop and had to think about his routing. He's going to the waterfall.
Tell us about the waterfalls, Art. It was before I was able to get here. I was at work. What is in here and what caused trouble for TNC's opponent?
The mud golems appear to have a high ambush rate. The main killer is the Paralisks, which revealed... What was it? It was... They had a couple nasty things. Let me check my notes.
The birds? Okay. TwitchNChilled gets ambushed by a mud golem. Mud golem physically attacks the fighter. TNC gets away. Caleb's running into some wraiths. He's trying to decide what to do. He's going to move on to the light axe. And he gets away. Links are in chat. Zardy did put them in there to join our Discord potentially. For anyone live here on Speed Gaming, twitch.tv/speedgaming live. Speed Gaming Prime. Zardia, the leader of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Alongside, my name is Wokliosis. I am the Smooth Talker, the Dragon Slayer for now. Links are there should you be watching this sometime later. Links are also on FinalFantasyRandomizer.com as the Frost Dragon takes out Fury, the Red Wizard of Caleb.
Yeah, there it is. The mud golems are ambushing. The Paralisks have Quad X. I believe they also have some type of AoE.
Quad X is a death elemental spell. There are 4 in the game, spells and skills that enemies can cast upon you. Having a pro ring, it's short for protective ring, which Caleb picks up just now in the ice cave. Equipped will protect you from that. The death elemental attacks. There's the herb for TNC.
Herb from the robot in Waterfall. Wow.
I'd like to welcome to the chat live here on Speed Gaming Credit Fraud. Always a pleasure to see you. As the mummies, TwitchNChilled us down to the 2 warriors. I don't even know if he's been to Elfland to have warp. It was level 3. He's taking another fight. Caleb's really stomping through the ice cave. He used the warp trick. He's only got 4 chests left to check, then he can get out of here.
Yep. Caleb extending his lead a little bit here as TwitchNChilled is becoming stymied in this waterfall. Question in chat from Kirito. Who can equip Cat Claws? The Black Wizard can equip Cat Claw, and I believe the Knight can also equip a Cat Claw.
Yes, also the Red Wizard. But the Cat Claw is really... The weapon is designed for the Black Wizard. I'd like to remind you that coming up right around 9:30 Eastern Time, it's going to be right here on Speed Gaming Prime. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be the first quad match. A dual doubleheader match right here. Round 3 of the 2019 Spring Tournament. Ali Gerbrap takes on Melee Wizard, and at the same time, in my opinion, one of the best matches of the round so far, there's going to be coming up Lord Fizzlebeef and Terranex, coming up right here on Speed Gaming.
Question in chat from Veil Love. How do they pick the parties? For each week in the Swiss round, we have a preset. There's a character that walks the plank, and there's a character that is a captain. The captain is forced, mandatory. The character that walks the plank is banned. The other 2 characters are either pre-arranged by the runners themselves or completely open.
I'd like to remind you that tomorrow as well, Saturday, April 27th, I believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll double check. We've got a pre-arranged party going on. It's going to be the Enforcer Falconic FF. He's taking on who he was last year, the upstart Spellzap, in a battle of very good 1-on-1s. That's going to be right here on the Speed Gaming Prime as well, the Speed Gaming family of networks as well. And they've got a pre-arranged party. We won't let the cat out of the bag, because I know that, and I know what's going on. I'll be there for that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. The winner of that will move to 2-1 as Caleb translates his slab. There's the Quad X from the Paralisks. There's Zap from the Paralisks, but he's got those 2 ribbons equipped. TNC, oh, He gets away.
Ribbons, absolutely critical. And yes, Team Purple represent.
Zar, you notice TNC, he's got his fighter in the top slot, and he's got his red mage in the second slot of his alignment of his light warriors. Would you have them aligned this way in this situation?
Given the spells, I think there is a little more leeway to having it this way. The the fighter has a little bit better armor and equipment as well.
Caleb makes his way to the old Gaia, which is the New Lefane. He's got his crown. We know that that's going to turn into a ribbon when he returns to the Northwest Castle and finds out that it was Astos all along. TNC trying to get out of the waterfall, pausing, trying to heal. He's had a lot of close calls in this match. He's gotten away with most everything. His levels have been strong. Zardia pointed it out earlier, and TwitchNChilled is out with his required Oxyale. Or, excuse me, Herb.
He got out of there, very nice. And I didn't see he was only down to 2 members there, so to correct myself from earlier, I would have actually moved that red wizard down, that red mage down a slot or 2.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would have done as well. What happens is, as Caleb picks up his adamant, which will lead to a ribbon, when monsters physically attack, which is the majority of how they attempt to take out the light warriors in a physical melee, 50% of the time, no matter what, they target the top light warrior. That's why you always see fighters in the front. They have the best armor, the most HP. 25% of the time, they will attack the light warrior in the second position. That's where TwitchNChilled had the red mage. And then the third and fourth positions are split, 12.5%. That's why I would have rearranged my party, much like Zar would have as well. And you see a lot of that from runners that are a little bit more experienced in this, that will move the red mage in that scenario down to the 3rd slot, or maybe even the 4th slot.
Yep, also the thief comes into play when you have one and you have him in the right slot. A thief in the lead can save you on ambushes, it can give you initiatives, it can give you a chance to strike first. It's really significant, your ability to run away with the thief in the party as opposed to without.
We're nearing the 1 hour, 5 minute mark. We believe we're inside Caleb's head, getting the floater at the last essentially possible location, and we think that he feels behind. How TwitchNChilled feels, I'm not quite sure, Zar. Maybe you have a better read on that? But as of right now, a clear leader is definitely not defined. No orbs. Both players have 2 ribbons. They don't have a game changer. They don't have a Mazmoon. So, really up in the air so far for either of these 2 players to get their first win and kind of get off the schneid, Zar. I mean, you remember when we did this, when we first started, and you get that first win and it feels so good and it's so much fun when you're finally able to compete.
Yeah, it's sort of a validation and affirmation for, all the work you put in, learning the randomizer, mingling among the community. And there's a lot of pressure on both of these runners right now. As for gauging, kind of what's in their head right now, I think both runners have to feel behind. TwitchNChilled has been stymied at multiple points. He did get the floater earlier than Caleb. I'm sure Caleb has felt behind since he discovered that he skipped the floater early. So we are at the 1 hour mark now. Looks like TwitchNChilled is starting to feel that orb pressure trying to get down there.
TwitchNChilled has entered the Gurgu volcano, runs into those Paralysts, the Quad X. He has let his white mage go and not revived her. But again, he does not have that alignment, Zar. You want to move that Parish character that you're going to lay napping for a while. You want to put him in the 2nd slot.
Yeah, it's going to save you a lot of damage. We have a question in chat from Pandasaurus. What is the easiest party? It's really variable depending upon the flags that you use. But if we're speaking purely in vanilla terms or, comfortable terms, I think most people would have the easiest time getting through any seed, any situation with something like 2 fighters, a white mage, and a black mage.
Caleb's starting to tear through the waterfall. TwitchNChilled is checking all of the 2nd floor of the volcano. He's starting with the off-way chests. He's doing the hairpin as we speak. Correct me if I'm wrong, Czar. There have been no loose items located. We think one could have been a ribbon, but we don't know that, and we can't tell. But no loose items located, is that correct?
That's correct. We only have a hunch on that ribbon. It has not been confirmed. And looking at progression, we have a lot of items, and that loot is still kind of in the air.
It's the loot. TwitchNChilled. Veteran move, TwitchNChilled. He's doing the op chess. He took some fights. He ran. Didn't find what he liked and just reset.
It's a good move. You save time. It's nice to see that these little habits you get into when you learn the game and speedrun, when you go back and watch your VOD in the actual race, it's almost amazing how much you see the time saves that you are benefiting. Even menuing as well.
Oh, menuing, oh gosh. Caleb has his herb. He's out of the waterfall. I'm trying to check. I'm checking with Moist Mogwai now. Did TwitchNChilled turn his herb in? No,
I don't believe he has.
Asleep. He has not. Could potentially be the loot.
Welcome, Crabcakes, to the chat, coming off her big win.
The undefeated Crabcakes. My pick to win. Czar said it before the tournament, been saying it all tournament. Maybe that puts a little bit of pressure, but I'll tell you what, the way that young lady's playing, you can't tell.
I was privy to her last race, and it was absolutely brutal. She persevered, she finished it.
Yeah, great adjustments. TwitchNChilled raiding the Volcano Armory, picks up a black shirt. Caleb has entered the Sea Shrine. He's headed right, he's headed towards the mermaids. There's a ribbon for TwitchNChilled. That's 3.
Yeah, that's a nice compliment. Looks like we had a trash cow sighting?
What? There was, I missed it. Unrunnable Sahag formation, we'll take a look. There's the ribbon for TwitchNChilled, that's 3. Excalibur was located in the Volcano Armory. 1 hour, 10 minutes. We did locate the ship. We have the canoe. We know the loot or something that will lead to it will be loose, Czar, and we found the ruby.
Yeah, Tide was fed.
TwitchNChilled's gonna leave. Without warp, it was level 3. TwitchNChilled, I don't believe, has checked the old Lethane, which has been shuffled to Elfland.
The herb turn in, I think, is going to give us a lot of information.
Caleb checks one chest on his way. Does he check the second one? He does. I like this move. He's going to check these 2. He's going to leave the other 2 that are way out of the way unchecked, and he's going to hit up the mermaids. TwitchNChilled has re-entered the Gurgu volcano. He's going to dig deeper now.
You never want to leave chests behind. Those are 2 of the chests that, you know, most people do leave behind. Let's hope that there's not a loose item there.
Caleb has made it to the encounterless mermaid's floor. Caleb's been talking about this tournament on his podcast for weeks. Debated on joining. Jumped into the pool. You know, he's been having a great time. He talks about it, brings his opponent on each week. He's had an absolute blast. He said it's the highlight of his week. He said he could have a good day at work. And that used to be the highlight because they were few and far between. But now it's finding the chime, the required chime loose in the mermaids. Caleb takes the lead.
Undoubtedly, that's a huge play.
And a Vorpal. Wow. Caleb directly to his menu. Start moving things around. He's going to equip the Game Changer. Huge. That's huge, Czar. I mean, the game changer, the required chime, big move from Caleb. It pays off. Do you think you're behind? We talked about that with the late floater. You make this move to get this. You didn't even go to Mirage. You couldn't. You didn't go to Earth Cave or anything like that. You now Volcano, and he gets that. Do you feel better about yourself in this matchup when that happens?
Oh yeah, undoubtedly. I've seen the incentive items. At this point, leaning toward that loose loot, or possibly for the herb turn-in, you can isolate that down. You have a lot of chests if you're still feeling uncomfortable in Mirage and Sky. Personally, I would feel comfortable going into Temple at this point with Vorpal and Defense Sword.
I would as well. No sign of the power gauntlet for either player. TwitchNChilled has gotten very deep in the Gurgo Volcano. Caleb has gone the other way. He's headed towards Kraken. Both players to potentially light their first orb. I'm unsure of what Twitch has weapons-wise, or what his plan might be to take out Carrion.
Does have that Defense Sword, I believe.
Can't equip it.
He does have a caster item, I think, in the Zeus Gauntlet, so if you can get some defensive buffs up, should be okay. Are we going to see an Agama grind here? And another question to ask here is fast. I don't think we've seen fast, and we know Temper is level 7 and it's unlearnable. So that's another factor going into Temple.
Does that make the power gauntlet required for you?
No. I mean, I'll
No.
still go in there with a Vorpal, a Defense Sword. I'll just take a few more encounters going down. Make sure I get that extra strength behind that knight. Now, if I run into a Gatekeeper with Gigantic Absorb and Evade, I might go digging for that bonk somewhere.
Question from Radiant Tice 2. A loose loot is effectively like the Ice Rod in A Link to the Past, correct? It's required, and I do believe the Ice Rod is required to take out a boss in A Link to the Past. So yes, you must have it to progress in the final dungeon. Otherwise, you just hit a big brick wall.
Yeah, if Trinex is required at Turtle Rock, you will need the Ice Rod.
Caleb has made it to the Sharknado floor, named by Trenton. He's in the Sharknado room, picks up another light axe. An opal shield. That's better than the silver shield.
Yeah, these are upgrades for Caleb, for sure.
TwitchNChilled's healing up. Caleb is gonna check the trap-guarded chest. TwitchNChilled has the tail, has not class changed, and he's got the red mage at the front, Czar. And there's the loot for Caleb! Wow! Both loose items were in the Sea Shrine, and Caleb has them both along with the Game Changer. And he's stepping on it!
Yeah, he has a substantial lead now, and should probably start hitting the gas.
He didn't even, he doesn't care. He got his Vorpal, he's got his 2 loose, he has access, he essentially hits go mode, and he doesn't even keep checking chests. He says, I'm done, I'm out of here. Question is, how far behind does he feel, and how does he react? We know where he is, but he feels behind. He might act differently.
You could. There could be nerves at play here, pressure. You find these items, and you start thinking, oh, I gotta go, I gotta go. You still might want to pick up spells on the night. I think Life 2 was learnable. That's something you want to get for sure. Question chat from RD Platypus is, Temper fast convenient? I don't think we've seen fast as of yet. We have seen Temper, it's level 7, and it is not learnable.
TwitchNChilled has that red mage up at the top. Keeping an eye on this, he's taking extra fights with the Agama. He is continuing to do that, he ambushes him. Experienced Pinata for Caleb. He's trying to quad-X a Grey Shark, good luck. There's the quad-X, and it worked!
Oh, very nice.
How many times do you see a Grey Shark under 300 HP? Like, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Everything's turning up Caleb right now.
Wow. Really taking control of this match. 1 hour, 17 minutes, trying to light his first orb. Does not heal. It's gonna almost cost him a light wear, and he doesn't care.
Feeling go mode now. Probably trying to pick up anytime he can.
Question about from Crabcakes. Does the knight have any decent spells? Caleb will have 4 life 2 casters. TwitchNChilled will have 3. Level 3 white magic first slot was life 2.
Question from Cactus Al. Have we seen all the other magic levels? The only ones we have not seen are the level 8 shops. We've seen level 7 Onrak, we've seen level 7 Gaia. We know Nuke is level 7. It is learnable by Red Wizard.
Caleb pulls the fight with Kraken. He's got a defense sword and a Vorpal. He's gonna fire Brack. Where'd you learn this, Caleb? Caleb fires Brack at Kraken, ineffective. Kraken comes back with slow. There's a chip shot, 73 damage, a Vorpal swing. The Vorpal missed. And a Brack missed, round 2. He's gonna stick with the same strategy. Vorpal swing. 2 hits, 89 damage. Thor's hammer, 77. Hold misses. Caleb fires Brack into Kraken, broken into pieces! Caleb, Brack's Kraken. He steps away now, and he lights his first orb. 1 hour, 18 minutes and change.
Veteran move.
TwitchNChilled's down to the 2 warriors that he wanted. He continues to take out Egoist and prepare for the end game. Caleb leaves the new and old Onrak area. He's headed towards Volcano, maybe? Turning the herb? Turning in the herb.
Yeah. TwitchNChilled going with the fighter and black belt strat here. So he'll probably be a little bit higher leveled. Will he even class change at this point, though?
Caleb enters go mode. Officially 1 hour 19 minutes and change. That's the Mystic Key. TwitchNChilled does not have that yet, but he does have the herb. Caleb's gonna check some more chests. New territory here. Absolutely nothing. No flintlock. We think that Caleb feels behind? Maybe he doesn't. He's gonna check more keylock chests. He's headed to Canaria Castle. Definitely looking for the power gauntlet. I think his top's on his list.
At this point, I would think so as well.
Question from chat. Sarf, RD Platypus, there was an opal armor. That's an upgrade from that flame armor. How many chests do you think he'll check looking for like a Mazmoon or a power gauntlet?
Well, if you've committed to Corneria and you've committed to Elf, you're probably going to dig out Dwarf Cave and Astos Castle as well. Might pass Temple. You still have a lot in Sky that you could get to relatively quickly in Marsh. Excuse me, not Marsh. I mean Mirage.
Yeah, I think this will be it for Caleb. I think he'll do the Dwarf Cave. Hooray! He might even skip Northwest Castle. But I think that Caleb feels behind. And I think he's going to step on it. He's just going to take these easy freebies and see what he can find. It's a tent. Couple bucks. Couple less bucks. A wooden cabin and a power gauntlet.
Making all the right moves here, this guy is.
Wow. Moist Mogwai, our tracker behind the scenes, lights up the power gauntlet for Caleb. I've got to feel real ready now. Zar, you said you would have felt ready and you would have gone for it. I would start to be in the comfortable category once I see that power gauntlet paired with the game changer and a couple ribbons. And a gold bracelet. Add that to the list.
Yeah, it's with Bonk, I wouldn't even be concerned with levels really at this point. Just you have a defense sword, go. You have ribbon.
I'd like to welcome FuryBox Gaming to the chat, one of Caleb's friends and fans, enjoying the show. Rooting on his friend. Caleb makes his way to the Earth Cave, and he's burning off tents. What is he doing, Czar?
This is a clever menu manipulation that's going to allow him to get to his heal potions with, I believe, 2 or 3 less inputs. It doesn't seem like much, but when you have to do it consistently, you save a lot of time. This is a veteran move.
It is. He saves outside. He runs into the Earth Cave, gets an encounter, and quickly resets. Runs in, feels comfortable with the walk, is running away. Caleb is stepping on it. He got what he wanted. Now he's going to go for it. He's going to try to win this game. Speaking of going for it, TwitchNChilled is still short those 2 loose key items. We know where they are. They are in the Sea Shrine. TwitchNChilled's going to continue to look for them, but he's got some pretty good levels on 2 very powerful light warriors right now.
Yeah, he's definitely behind, and Caleb is building his lead. So I think a nasty temple might have to be on the table for him to catch up at this point. Unless he decides to play Shrine early.
We've seen some nasty Temple of Fiends lately, Czar. And I mean dirty. With a capital D.
Yeah, to the point where you actually have to start mapping out encounters. It can happen, and it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, you really have to know how to get through it and address it, or you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, you got to adjust. You have to manipulate. It's like the weather. You dress appropriately, you adjust as it goes. We have an update from an off-stream match that is not being broadcast. Another player that came from YouTube, Mazada, 0-2, taking on the 0-2 venerable, great, incredible guy, and volunteer in this community, Kyu Katsuki. And we're being told from the Enforcer that Mazada is leading Kyu at this point in time, looking for his first win. We'll keep you updated on that. Thank you, Falconic.
Lots of action going on right now, and we've got more to come for you fine folks this evening. And again, we thank you for coming and joining us on your Friday evening, and we thank Speed Gaming for hosting us.
TwitchNChilled takes out Carry. He's going to heal up real quick, and he lights his first orb. Caleb's starting to dig a little bit deeper into the Earth Cave. He's firing Harm 3. I just got out of a fight, Czar. I don't know what was going on there, but I don't know.
When you get out of a fight and you don't know what happened, you just say, "Yo, Adrian."
Yo, Adrian. TwitchNChilled turns in his herb. He picks up his Mystic Key momentarily. Caleb digs deeper into the Earth Cave.
It's getting good now. It's all going to come down to that Shrine play for Twitch at this point if he's going to stay in this.
A popular play in this entire tournament has been to go to Mirage Tower and the Floating Fortress first. TwitchNChilled does not have that option because he doesn't have the Chime. I've got to think that the next destination is the Sea Shrine. That will point TNC in the right direction.
I think you're right, and let's hope that's the case for him, as Caleb is approaching the Fiend of Earth.
TwitchNChilled's gonna do the same path that Caleb did. He's gonna find his power gauntlet in the Dwarf Cave as he checks the chests in Northwest Castle first. Caleb skipped these. TwitchNChilled at this point is also still looking for the loose items. So this is a really great play. We just happen to know where they are, and he doesn't. He's looking for something just hanging out for free.
Finds a katana and a heal helmet in Northwest Castle. Heal helmet might be a benefit if he class changes katana money. And the Fiend of Earth is down.
Caleb dispatches of Lich. Lights his Earth Orb. Let's see if we can see some levels, Czar. If Caleb wants to save. Caleb he doesn't even need to save after taking out a Fiend, apparently, and lighting an orb.
No, he's well on his way here. TwitchNChilled gets that power gauntlet down. He's headed to Volcano. I think he's level 18 or 19 at this point.
18, yeah. TwitchNChilled's at level 23, I believe, for his fighter and his black belt. He's still got the tail in hand. He's waited to class change. It is the correct thing to do should you want to use that master potentially or black belt as your killer later on in this match.
Unrunnable Ogres. Gonna slow you down a little bit.
TwitchNChilled's headed to key-locked Temple of Fiends. If there's a Masmoon or something in here, could be a difference. Caleb skipped these. Annoying ogres for Caleb. Quad X erased and terminated. That hits. Another Quad X back to back. Caleb's gotta be feeling some momentum. He's playing so well. Does he know it is the question?
I think he still probably feels behind because of just the play early to skip Marsh with that floater in it. So I think he'll continue to step on it here.
Question from
He's not
chat. Jim Booty asks, is the walking speed faster in Randomizer? It sure is. It has been what our development team has done, Czar. We could be here all night talking about it. You know, the term that I learned when I first started watching this on YouTube came from Ikben Maya. And what he said was, and I quote, our development team has taken this great game and modernized it. And that's really the best way to put it. Right now, it's called, we call it as Dash. You can see TwitchNChilled moving a lot faster. I believe it's ship speed that we actually walk at now.
Yes, that's correct. And also the work the devs are continuing to do with this randomizer is still astounding as we eagerly await the next release. Caleb taking a couple Agamas here, yeah.
Vorpal. Wow. Critical hit from the Vorpal dispatches the Agama. And he's not healing. Taking another fight and he's not healing.
What do you think, Will? What do you think of this play?
I'm not sure exactly what the plan is quite yet. But he has clearly demonstrated he's gonna knock him out. He's skipping chess. He knows he's in go mode. He's done the math. He's gonna try and make a move towards the end game here, and he clearly feels not comfortable with his level, Czar, as I wouldn't either. He's still got to go to the Mirage Tower, the floating fortress with those man cats, potential war mech fight. He wants to be prepared for it. I think this is the right thing to do. He's gonna solo the Vorpal and the Knight. Potential level 32 target? Level 32 is the break point for the game changer.
We're going to see how far he goes, but it does appear he's going to give us a crash course in Vorpal 101.
See, what he's doing is rearranging his party. He's got the Knight in the bottom slot because he wants to knock out the other Light Warriors. TwitchNChilled has entered back into Marsh Cave. Is he going to Marsh Locked? He is.
He has to be.
He's looking for those loose items. I can't think that he forgot about the Oxyale. I've done that, personally. It's easy to do. Keep an eye on it. Caleb's gonna whack some Agamas with the Vorpal for a little while. We'll see how long he wants to spend on this. We're already at the 90-minute mark.
If you're going solo at this point, I think you have to go 32. You don't want to risk a wipe at carry. He could be anticipating a gatekeeper as well late, and he wants to be fully prepared for that. And with a 32 Knight, the Vorpal, Power Bonk, Defense Sword, he should be ready for anything, along with Life 2.
Caleb takes out another Agama that's level 22. He's gained 4 levels already on that Knight. TwitchNChilled runs into the Wizard Trap tile.
This is where deciding to grind late can benefit you having that experience bonus from the items.
TwitchNChilled is checking. He resets. Let's keep an eye on where he's stopping and look at him. Where to next? Where to next? Does he realize he's got the Oxyale? And that town is accessible. You're so used to not having that. He's going to the Earth Cave, Tsar.
Yeah, he sure is. He's gonna take a look in here. He does have the rod. Could lose some precious time in here.
Caleb has assumed control of this matchup, trying to win his first match of this tournament. He initiates the fight with Carrie, the Fiend of Fire, trying to light his third orb.
He didn't take that grind very long, so... Brackstrat's coming out. Come on, Brack. You can do this. And Carrie says no, bad touch.
We have found Death Touch. We believe it was on the Man-Cats. We're fairly certain. It was confirmed by ETAP and chat. So we don't have any Death Touch Tiamats, Zar, or carries, hopefully.
I mean, as bad as the Man-Cats are, that's gotta be a relief to these runners. Quadex says no.
Quadex will work on carry. It works on any enemy that doesn't resist the Death Elemental and are under 300 HP or at 300 HP. It will work. It includes all undead, nightmares. I believe scums as well.
Yay, Quadex gets the job done.
Caleb lights his third orb.
We have some very observant people in the chat. That was another epic race. TwitchNChilled now digging out this earth cave. How deep is he going to go here? Looks like he's going to full clear. This is Caleb extending his lead at this point.
We'd also like to remind you that coming up Sunday, that is April 28th, a battle of undefeateds. The 2-0 Wilcleosis takes on the 2-0 Tarnin. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Speed Gaming family of networks on Sunday. That's going to be a barn burner, Zar. First time they've ever met.
Oh, sadly, I think I'm going to be busy, but I will catch the VOD. Caleb is making his way to the Mirage Tower. Will he go mode or will he dig?
He's going to go. This is what Caleb did not do in his first match, which he lost by a mere 14 seconds. As you see Caleb starting to step on the gas. Quick reset. He doesn't want that encounter. Caleb's learned a lot in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. The amount that he has picked up and has executed within 3 weeks, I think is unprecedented among most of the runners I've seen.
We'll have a triple header on Sunday. 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Mama Duck stepping back in the ring again. We have done the math and she's minutes away from essentially being 2-0. Very close matches. And she's going to take on Magius, author of the Magius Passage, which we see in every game. In extended open progression. It's going to be at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then it's the encore. Sunday evening. It is Shadowwalker and Sonny Wrath. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're not sure what network at this point in time, but that will be the encore.
We still have my match to get scheduled in too. I've not yet done that. I'm trying to get hold of Lynn to make that happen. TwitchNChilled is checking the out-of-the-way chest here in Earth Cave and just losing valuable time as Caleb is moving right through the sky.
Yeah, you said it just a minute ago. And Caleb's stepping on the gas. He's extending his lead further and further and further as he checks for the floor and finds nothing. He's going to do a common play. He's going to check what a lot of players call free chests over here. Could the Mazmoon be hiding in here? No, it's a Coral Sword. Nothing else.
It's definitely his race to lose at this point. You have all the equipment you could ask for to go in.
Double nacho fight for Caleb. It's a good fight, but he's gonna pass on it.
The only factor I can see affecting him is a really nasty fiend and the lack of fast and temper.
TwitchNChilled continues his clear of the Earth Cave. He does have to do this. Does not have either of the two loose items, which are both required. They're in the Sea Shrine. He has not been there. Caleb gets ambushed by sorcerers who have glare. They keep using it on the knight. I think he's got a ribbon on the knight. There goes the white wizard. She's gone. He's got 3 life 2 casters, though. He does not resurrect her, and he's on the Bridge of Destiny. But he does.
It's time for the blessed RNGs, everyone.
He's healing up. He saw this in the match last week, which a lot of Final Fantasy Randomizer alumni and the crowd loved. There were 3 Warmechs taken on by a player. That player took out all 3 of them. And this is how he did it. He prepared for it just in case. That's what Caleb is doing.
We got the unrunnable, though.
Ooh, those airs. Caleb better keep an eye on this here. He gets a Thor's Hammer out. He's going to try to AoE him. Question from Ferdy in chat. 3 Warmechs, what are the odds of that? Pretty low. And it was amazing, my friend. Actually, less than 300 and 253 and 256, I believe.
Maybe this time will be different. We shall have to see.
Air's proven to be very evasive. Caleb's going to stick with the same strategy. They're going to try to attack. They're really just slowing him down a little bit. This is the first hiccup that we've seen from Caleb in quite a while. And there was nothing he could do about it, really.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough, unrunnable encounter. This is where going back to purchase one of them nukes might have been beneficial, but I'm not sure he has the levels yet for level 7 charge at Red Wizard.
At 26, I think? It's a shot in the dark off the top of my head. Caleb continues his Bridge of Destiny. He is healing up 100% just in case. He could run into the unrunnable airs again. There's Red Hydras. It is at Warmech. It is not the air. The single air encounter is a different formation than the air in the Grey Naga. That's runnable. The other one isn't. There's the Red Hydras. TwitchNChilled has found nothing in the Earth Cave.
And we're joined in the chat by Hyrofellos. Welcome, Hyro.
Hyro.
Feel the pain.
Hyro's internet is back up and going. He check-raised them and they folded. Bane coming off from Caleb. Poison smoke and down goes Tiamat. Caleb has 4 orbs lit. 1 hour, 41 minutes. Does not save. Runs right to the airship. He's a man on a mission. He's looking for that first win. He wants it. You can see it. You can feel it.
Yes, you can definitely feel it. Is he going to stock up? He is. He's going to stock up and then head in.
TwitchNChilled continues his search for the loose chime and the loose loot. They are both required. They are not here, but we have not seen this. Could this be a Mazmoon? Can this be something that can help him catch up? He hits the trap tile again. It's unrunnable. Caleb is going for spells?
I believe so. This is going to be Gaia, I believe. No, this is Crescent.
Heal pots? They weren't in Canary.
Yep, that had to be it. And he's going to have all 99 now.
Caleb saves. He jumps back in his airship. He's headed towards the Temple of Fiends. Caleb's going to the Temple of Fiends. Can we get a look at his levels again? 20... 24? Ooh.
1 hour.
42 minutes and change.
Uh-oh, and we have an early information here. These worms are unrunnable. Now, this is just one. It could be trouble later.
It runs into more frost dragons. They have Dark, the welcome sight. TwitchNChilled's closing in on his second orb. There's some pretty good encounters to get early and get away from. You don't want these encounters on the water floor. You don't want anything unrunnable. If he wants to, he could reset. He's not going to do that. He's digging deep. He's definitely going for it here, but he's going to use a Thor hammer. Not going to do anything. He gets away.
Maybe it was part of his secret RNG manip there to get away.
Yeah, that I'm sure. Caleb makes it to the Phantom. The Phantom is runnable. Caleb cannot get away, and the Phantom blasts him for a $138. Caleb gets away. He's gonna check the validation chest. There's a mage stick. Could have used that earlier. TwitchNChilled taking on Lich. Those two light warriors. There's the black belt. 6 hits, 82 damage. Ugh. 188. Lich is gone. TwitchNChilled lights his second orb. He has got to go to the Sea Shrine. There aren't that many places left. Look at him. Look at his menu. He saves. Reset, Twitch. Reset. There you go.
At this point, he's got to know it's there. The answer is at Sea Shrine.
It's the original Melmon. This is Melmon. He's going for spells. He's... Oh, he doesn't It's the Oxyale. He doesn't know it. Caleb is made to the earth floor. Great run. He runs into green Medusas. And he gets a chance to strike first on them and he runs away. More green Medusas.
You'll never see them the same, will you? And
No.
they have something nasty.
All those red wizards are gone. That's a skill. That's a skill from the enemies. Earth Elemental. Ribbons protected Caleb in that. Took out 2 of his red wizards.
This could be trouble. These Earth Elementals hit hard.
TwitchNChilled trying to land his airship. He's rattled. He's gonna buy the crystal. One hour 45 minutes. Unrunnable 4 Earths just got dispatched by the Game Changer and Caleb. Level 21 on his White Wizard. Her name is Wraith, named after his podcast partner, longtime friend. TwitchNChilled picks up the dynamite. He's pausing, trying to do the math. What have I missed?
Come on, chat. Send Twitch your thoughts.
We've all done this. I've done it against you on this stage, Zar. I remember playing you last year, and I did something like this, and was able to figure it out. But this happens. TwitchNChilled's gonna turn in his dynamite. Caleb does not revive any of the red wizards yet. Fires a Harm 4 into Lich 2 for 84. It's a strike from the Vorpal for 265. Lich fires back with only a Fire 3. Let's see if he fires the same round. There's a Lightning 2 from Lich. A Harm 3 from Caleb for 100. Here comes the Game Changer. 4 hits, 436, and the Vorpal takes out Lich 2.
Those crits. It's, the Vorpal can do so much damage just via those crits.
TwitchNChilled heads, feeds the Titan. Fighting Titan got fed twice. There's absolutely nothing in here.
We had Fed Titans and Bays, and it's been quite a race.
There's 3 Agamas for Caleb. He wants this fight.
At this point, why not?
Yeah. TwitchNChilled is frozen. Look at him. Yes, go that way. He's headed north. He's headed towards the original on-rack. This is where he needs to go. No. Turn around. Down. South. Good. Yep. Good. TwitchNChilled headed towards the original on-rack. This is on-rack. He needs to use that Oxio if he wants to get back in this match.
Yeah, I think he finally sniffed it out.
Caleb about to initiate the fight with Carrie too. He revives the Red Wizards this time. No sign of fast, there is no nuke. We believe nuke is learnable. Will he have any charges? We don't know. Caleb doesn't care. He's trying to win this. He's moving. Okay. He's got 4 life 2 casters. He's got nothing to cast on those Red Wizards.
Yeah, this is where something like stun or
hold,
sleep 2, something like that nature could have come in useful.
Bane. Bane's a pretty good spell. He's gonna go for chip damage, 36 from an ice 2. We're gonna move on to round 2. TwitchNChilled's gonna revive 1 red mage and head into the Sea Shrine. Caleb's trying to save spell charges. He's going to use a Zeus Gauntlet with Gary. Gary attacks. There's a chip for 23, another chip of Ice 2, 29. The Vorpal, 4 hits, only 34. Does he adjust to a Power Gauntlet here? He does. More chip, 30. Evasion is strong with Caleb. Is Carrie hiding something is the question. Ooh. Poison Touch and a blast into Wraith. Another round for Caleb. Quad X, Caleb. Quad X. Nope. Ice 2 from Caleb. TwitchNChilled is headed towards the mermaids. This is required. Carrie misses. Do you need to conserve those spell charges as Caleb? Just a lightning 2 from Carrie. This fight is going on too long, Zar.
Yeah. At this point, I might have taken a few bonks. I haven't seen anything nasty from Carrie, and just have the others wait.
Yeah, just let him run. Or Aquatics. Let's see. Another Ice 2 from Caleb. The Vorpal! 4 hits, 187. Carrie's still standing, still fighting. Fight is going on pretty long. There's Bane! Poison Smoke hits! 2 Red Wizards go down. He's fine with the lives, but he's got to take Carrie out soon. Vorpal for 218. There's a chip from Thor's Hammer, 15. Fire 3. Carrie's starting to gain some momentum. TwitchNChilled starting to gain some momentum. He's about to find his chime and his game changer. Thor's Hammer from Caleb. No, there's Swirl. It's not elemental. He's down to 86 HP on the night. Swings the Vorpal. 4 hits, only 49. That's Inferno. He's down to 18 HP. Oh, Carrie destroys Caleb. Caleb perishes.
Wow, that's a wall of Carrie. I think he'll have to adjust his strats now and just go all out bonk.
He's leaving. He's rattled. I've been there. We've done this. He's rattled. His Red Wizards can't do anything, and he knows it. Now look at him. He's completely rattled. He's got to calm down and figure it out as TwitchNChilled picks up his chime. That lead is starting to evaporate for Caleb.
It certainly is. Where is he going now?
We talked about it about an hour ago. We think this is the future of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Both these players trying to adjust. TwitchNChilled has figured it out. Caleb has been rocked and he's headed to the volcano. He's doing it. He's going to the Agamas. He saw this last week and he saw what the player did. If he didn't feel comfortable to make it happen. No, he's going to the... He's going to the armory?
Maybe for Grey Worm or Fires? I'm not sure what he's doing here. If he was going to take a more deep grind, I thought he would have done it earlier. But yeah, he wants experience here.
1 hour 52 minutes. Caleb gave it one shot, could not get by carry 2. Peds are running away. TwitchNChilled has his chime.
He also has the game changer, and his knight has a pretty strong level.
There's the Excalibur for Caleb. This is not an Agama play. There's a black shirt. TwitchNChilled starting to pound on the gray sharks. That gray shark is gone. TwitchNChilled is back in this. He's on the path to find his final loose item. He never went to Elfland. I don't think. He does not have warp. The value of warp is essentially gone at this point. Is the Mazmoon in the reverse C room? Yeah. What is in there? He's gonna run away from some ghosts.
Caleb's switching his menu now. He's passing the Warple down to the Red Wizard. He's giving the Excalibur to the Knight.
The Excalibur breakpoint on the Knight is level 29. Not really anywhere near that. Caleb is leaving. He's headed back towards the Temple of Fiends. Caleb's gonna try again. 1 hour 53.5 minutes. Round 2 for Caleb in the Temple of Fiends. Good job from Moist Mogwai moving around the audio to bring you this great action right here live on Twitch. On Speed Gaming, later on re-uploaded and reloaded on YouTube.
So we see now that both single and double worms are unrunnable.
TwitchNChilled headed back into the Sea Shrine. This will lead him to his 3rd orb and the loot, which is loose. He skips the chest on the left. Good news is he doesn't need it. I've got to think that both players feel behind now. You take a wipe in Temple of Fiends like that on carry 2 and oh no, my opponent, he's right with me, he probably got through, or something. I gotta think that Caleb feels that way.
I agree. We're looking at almost 155 into this race now.
It's not uncommon to go past 2 hours in these. My practices, I've had 2:15s, 2:20s, and I've played good games. This does happen.
Toxic. Chat from Cactus Owl. That's correct. We will not know if the 3 to 4 worm encounter is unrunnable until we actually see it. There is a chance it could be unrunnable.
My understanding is that it will be. There's an A side and a B side, and I'm fairly certain, I am assuming, that the single, or the 1 to 2 worm encounter is the A side, and the 4 worm encounter is the B side. I believe. We don't know that until we will see it, though, as Zardia said. As Caleb returns to the Green Medusa, Earth Floor.
He wants this experience.
I like this play. Find out their HP. They have 6 hits. There's the crack. Earth Elemental takes out Gary. They got HP. Now he knows it. See if he runs. No, he wants it. TwitchNChilled is closing in on the Sharknado floor in the Sharknado room. It is required in this match. It houses the loot. There's Green Medusas again. Caleb wants this fight.
Key moment here for TwitchNChilled.
He heads south. Okay.
South is a good sign. This is usually the route people take when they full clear.
Question in chat, Zar. From MG Weirdo, what does breakpoint on a weapon mean? You want to take it or you want me to?
I can take it. So, each weapon has its own hit. And based upon that hit percent, plus the stats that you have on the wielder, there are certain breakpoints where you go from 3 hits to 4 hits, 4 hits to 5 hits, based upon your level. So when we talk about breakpoint with Excalibur, that breakpoint, I believe, is from 4 to 5 hits, is at level 29.
Yes.
And for the Vorpal, that would be level 32. This also applies to the black belt and is very important as TwitchNChilled does get that loot, and he is in this race now.
TwitchNChilled enters go mode.
It's go mode time. With your black belt, your breakpoints are level 21, level 32, and level 42. We're joined by TwitchNChilled in the chat. Welcome, Triton, and thank you for all you do for the randomizer community.
Thank you, Triton. I learned a lot from Triton. Watching all those matches, I learned so much that I repeat. Right here, we thank you for your services.
It's about to get lichin' in here, everyone.
We got dual action coming up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be right here on this very station of Speed Gaming. But right now, Lich is firing damage poison into Caleb. There must be a winner in one of these two futures. Future players and future potential leaders of Final Fantasy Randomizer is going to get that win right here tonight. Right now, it's Caleb's game to win. He could not get through Carry 2 earlier. He left, came back. TwitchNChilled has entered go mode. We're nearing the 2-hour mark. Harm 3 from Caleb into Lich 2. Lich 2 is gone.
Well, we know damage poison's off the table.
Not seen Slow 2, Cure 4. Any type of radioactivity we have not seen. There's 3 nukes in that pool as well. Non-elemental nuke, non-elemental nuclear.
We do see another unrunnable formation though.
Yeah. We did see Swirl on Carry 2.
Didn't we see Inferno as well?
I believe it was Inferno. That is Fire Elemental Inferno. Either way, it's going to do some damage.
So this fight is unrunnable, but it's also a bundle of experience.
TwitchNChilled is on the floor of Kraken. Trying to light his 3rd orb? Yes, he has not been to the floating fortress of the Mirage Tower yet. He just picked up his chime, he never had access to it. Caleb dispatches of an Agama and a red giant. He's gonna get another level for Gary. Another unrunnable Agama and red giant. Is that a Sun Sword that Gary has? He's got the Vorpal on Fury, Excalibur on Pizza, and I believe that's a Sun Sword on Gary. 3 pretty good in-game weapons.
I think it might be the defense sword.
Is it defense? Okay.
I don't think we found the Sun Sword.
Also, no sign of the Mazmoon. Thank you to Moist Mogwai. Mama Duck, the leader of the new player initiative of Final Fantasy Randomizer, taking time out of her busy schedule to enjoy the show and contribute on crew. Thank you for everything you do, Mama Duck. Here we go. Caleb against Carry 2. Carry 2 got Caleb last time. Has Caleb learned? Kraken on the right side of your screen for TwitchNChilled. 280 from TwitchNChilled and a power gauntlet. Caleb taking his time. He's going to defense up Gary. And power gauntlet his knight. There's the swirl. Carrie attacked a lot earlier and she didn't use her skills. Now she's going to her skills.
This script, though.
Lib is not going to heal. Yeah, he can't. No heal stick. He's going to chip again. There's the Lightning 2. Does Gary survive? He does. Get off a chip of Lightning 2. TwitchNChilled still fighting Kraken. TwitchNChilled has a Dragon Sword on his fighter. I think. We'll take a closer look at that. Caleb's still trying to pick off Carry 2, his nemesis so far. There's Lightning 2. Gary's gone. He's got 4 life 2 casters. That's not the issue. TwitchNChilled has his 3rd orb lit. There's a black shirt for 36. Another round. Czar, it's going long. This fight. Oh! Bane misses, but this fight is going on too long again.
Carrie has a lot of hit points.
Inferno from Carry 2. Ravages Caleb. But the Excalibur's starting to get through. He got 2 300s in a row. There's the Vorpal. That does some damage. A Thor's Hammer. This is another round. Caleb's got to take out Carry 2. He's got to do it now. There's the Vorpal for 62. Followed up by the Excalibur for 475. Carry 2 is terminated.
That was at least 1,000 hit points.
Life 2. All the Life 2s Caleb could want. All he has to do is take out the Fiends. Doesn't matter how he does it. He's now entered the water floor. This is uncharted territory. TwitchNChilled's back in his airship. He's going to head towards the Mirage Tower.
Haven't seen a lot of nasty spells yet. We have seen a couple skills.
Caleb gets away, and he stops in the hallway of Kraken 2. He's gonna heal. He's got 80 heal pots. That's no issue. TwitchNChilled saves outside the Mirage Tower. He's entering his final dungeon. Is he checking chests? He is. Caleb skipped this. There'll be a Mazmoon in here. It's about all that's left.
We've seen a lot of chests in this seed, that's for sure.
TNC has gotten a lot of headway that Caleb got on him earlier, and he was going to give it back by checking chests after a reset. Caleb and Kraken 2 on the left side of your screen. Did not move the defense to the knight. He's not even going to use the... Okay.
Questionable strategy here.
Oh gosh, he's shaking. I can feel it. His hands are shaking with the controller in it. Ice 2 and a white shirt. He gets a little bit of evasion off. TwitchNChilled's gonna class promote. Power Gauntlet for Caleb. Kraken, oh gosh, 7 hits, 561. Fury's gone. You gotta adjust, Caleb. Oh god, he's not using the defense. Kraken obliterates Gary. Gary's out.
Uh-oh.
149 from the Excalibur. Kraken takes out Wraith. Caleb trying to fight back into Kraken 2. Kraken bashes Pizza. Another Power Gauntlet. Caleb's got to attack. He's looking to heal. Caleb's got to attack. Kraken obliterates Caleb. Caleb perishes.
That was a massive shot to a knight with... I think he had at least 1 stack of Invis too.
He had 2 and Opal Armor. Caleb's leaving.
This is anyone's race now. That Kraken 2 is absolutely filthy.
TwitchNChilled has class changed. He does not have Life 2 on that knight. He'd have to go to Elflin for it. He can, however, equip the Vorpal. He's also got the Excalibur. Caleb re-enters the Temple of Fiends Revisited 2 hours, 5 minutes.
Going back in. He's
I don't know.
got the information now. If
Is
he
it
can
enough?
move that defense sword, if he can get a few Invis stacks off, he should be alright through that battle. Getting there, though. I'm getting on the edge of my seat now. This is getting good.
TwitchNChilled starts to ascend the Mirage Tower. He's got a Master. Now he's got a Knight with a Vorpal. With the Excalibur, should he so choose that. Caleb is back in at the 2 hour 6 minute mark.
The seed is a Kirito production, so we can blame him for that.
Can Rito do this one? Oh. Gas Dragons. For Caleb. He's running. He is not interested in levels.
I mean, I'm looking back now to when he was doing that solo grind, and if he would have gone to 32, I think he had a much better chance.
And to remind you that there is a doubleheader coming up, 2 matches at the same time, 2 1v1s. That's scheduled very soon, right here on Speed Gaming. I see Czar in the background right now, taking a look at that, and we're working on scheduling. We'll let you know how that is going to happen, what is going to go on, as soon as we know it. As TwitchNChilled raids the greater than less than room, and he finds nothing.
Where is that massa?
Gotta be in the floating fortress. Or it could be on the carry floor. It could be in the Temple of Fiends. It could be in its original chest. Chance to strike first for Caleb against the Frost Dragons. He's gonna run. TwitchNChilled is, bio break, it looks like. We'd like to welcome Spellzap to the show. He will be in a big match tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Spellzap the upstart. Since the Enforcer, Falconic FF, that's going to be right here on this very station. It's beginning Prime. 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I will be there.
The hype.
TwitchNChilled is back from the bathroom break. Does his calm TNC down? The first thing he did was check to see if Caleb had finished. He sees that his opponent has not. Is this what TwitchNChilled needed?
I think it is.
Yeah.
And both of these runners now have to be thinking, wow, nobody's finished yet. I should probably really prepare for what's coming.
All the fiends so far have been difficult for Caleb. He didn't necessarily struggle here with Lich 2. Lich 2 just has some HP and he's just annoying. Carry 2 took Caleb out the first time. She's got HP galore. She looks like she might have rolled max. And then Kraken 2 most recently really smashed Caleb. Caleb never stood a chance in the fight. What has he learned?
Gotta get that evade up.
Gotta use that defense sword as well.
We know that
TwitchNChilled.
Invis 2 was unlearnable by Red Wizards, however, you could move the white shirt over to one of them, and Slitch reveals nuclear! Oh no!
We didn't see that before. Doesn't matter. We know what's out of the pool. At least one of them. There's 4 in the pool. Small consequence. Caleb with all those life 2 charges picks his party back up. He's gonna move on. Speaking of moving on, TwitchNChilled is starting to step on it here in the floating fortress.
He is, and as I was going to say there, you could have INV2 on your white wizard and then move the white shirt over to a red wizard and have the defense sword on the knight. I think that would be the best strategy.
This is a pretty good example, Czar, and we've seen it a couple times this tournament. I can count on... I'd have to break open my other hand, more than 5 times. It's never over until your opponent finishes and you see ... done. Never. Never give up and never give in. Because things happen.
That's correct. It doesn't matter who your opponent is, it doesn't matter what your record is, it doesn't matter your experience level. If you haven't seen the ... done, press forward.
TwitchNChilled does the same play that Caleb did. Finds only that coral sword in those 4 chests, and he's moving on. Trying to close in on the Bridge of Destiny. Caleb sees the 4 Agamas, thinks about it for a split second, says no. I've got to get going. He feels TwitchNChilled and the Temple of Fiends are visited alongside him.
He will be shortly. As we are approaching the Bridge of Destiny, it's time for you to get your blessed RNGs in, everyone. We've seen just about everything in this seed but the War Mech.
Caleb doing the same thing he did before. He's healing up the whole way. Carry 2 is very problematic. Tornado. Swirl. And Inferno. TwitchNChilled handling the airs better than Caleb did earlier on his way. His team, and TwitchNChilled takes them out. Caleb's going to continue to chip. 34 from the black shirt. There's the Ice 2 again. 30 damage and some evasion. Cool Blue Reason 78 in chat is begging for Warmack. Here we are. We are on the Bridge of Destiny. This is going to be the last chance of this match to potentially see the Death Machine. Caleb continues his fight with Carry 2 his nemesis.
So what would you say is the ideal War Mech bait?
The ideal Warmack
Bait.
Oh.
Is it that solo thief of Will Bloodworth?
It could be Mr. Bloodworth's solo thief. I think it's more of I think it's you take on a Warmech and then he comes up again. I think it's the second time around because you get through a Warmech or you potentially successfully run away for a Warmech. You don't want to deal with it. You're trying to get on. This is a race, of course. And then you get a second one. I'm thinking it's the dual shot of the Death Machine. The chat is just crying out to see Warmech as the crowd continues to grow here on Speed Gaming. There's Inferno from Carrie. The Fire Elemental does a lot of damage and takes out Gary. Caleb continues to save those spells as best he can. That's 424 from the Excalibur, the legendary Excalibur. We're gonna move on to another round here. Let's see what Carrie does first. She misses Wraith. Too slick for Wraith. She misses Fury. Caleb goes on the assault. There's 49 damage. There's a Thor's Hammer swing for 2. And the Excalibur, 406. Not quite enough. At Quad X. Nope. He's going to swing the Vorpal. 70 damage. Thor's Hammer. 17. The Excalibur takes out Carrie for 56.
He's not healing.
No. He's the unrunnable airs for TwitchNChilled. He's trying to light his 4th orb. If Caleb does not finish this Temple of Fiends Revisited right now on this dive, TwitchNChilled is going to take the lead.
We are at the 2 hour and 14 minute mark. This is getting wild.
TwitchNChilled has initiated the fight, is about to initiate the fight with Tiamat. Caleb is stuck with these lobsters and the sea trolls. They're starting to pound on him. Fury's gone. Gary was already gone. He did not heal. Now, Wraith is paralyzed. He's going to try to run. This is pivotal. Wraith got called on, but she didn't. She's still paralyzed. They're starting to pound on Pizza. Lobster's just teeing off. He's down to 137. He got away. You think he learned his lesson? Maybe he'll heal now, Zar.
If that won't teach you, I don't know what will.
TwitchNChilled initiates the fight. 2 hours, 14 minutes and change with Tiamat. Going to light his 4th orb. Caleb not hugging the wall. He's on the water floor. Gets a chance to strike first against the waters. He says, I'm out of here. He's got to adjust Zar. Defense sword. White shirt. Move potentially the white shirt over. Do something. You cannot have that white shirt caster in the front. But first he's got unrunnable Big Eye and Great Sharks.
You need to get as many defensive buffs off as you can. And yeah, this is going to be a huge experience. This could actually benefit him as TwitchNChilled has taken down Tiamat, has his orb lit.
TwitchNChilled is ready to enter the Temple of Fiends.
What are his levels?
25? So I got 2 warriors. I think it's 26, maybe? We'll see if we can see it. Who's out here with us? Crab Cakes, can you see it? He's gonna revive the other warriors. Here we go, Kraken 2.
Take it, Will.
He's going with Brack. Where'd you learn that, Caleb? Evasion, he's got Wraith down at the bottom. He fires Brack. Caleb fires it. It's ineffective. Another Brack from Caleb. Can he do it? No. Ineffective. There's nuclear? Oh, gosh. Kraken 2 is radioactive, but Caleb is still standing. He gets the evasion off last. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing that Kraken used nuclear. Maybe if he can stick to that spell, maybe an ink or something. Might be Caleb's only hope in this match. Brack from Caleb into Kraken 2. Is it effective? Kraken just destroys Fury for 1,000 damage. Another evasion Caleb gets off, though. He continues to power gauntlet. Another Brack from Caleb, but it's ineffective. Round 3. He's gonna stick with the Brack. He's gonna try to get off a 3rd round of evasion and another power gauntlet. You gotta attack. Good. He's gonna attack instead. There's a 3rd evasion. Brack from Caleb is ineffective. And there comes the Excalibur. What do you do? 199. Oh gosh, Gary's gone. 444. After all that evasion, he's going back to the defense sword now. Wraith is gone. Caleb's got almost max evasion. He's gonna attack. There's the Excalibur. 4 hits, 213. There's the ink that we talked about. He's only got 280 HP. There's 247, 274. Kraken misses. Again from the Excalibur, 274. Kraken misses again. Continue the attack, Caleb. There you go. 274 again. That's his cap. That's what he's gonna keep doing. He won't go any higher. 274 again, he got in a loop. Caleb gets in a loop against Kraken 2. And he takes him out. Now he goes directly to his spells. He's using all the life 2s off the knight, though. He used 3 of them. He didn't move over to Wraith because he's nervous. And he's second through. Caleb is on the Echo of the Floating Castle. TwitchNChilled is preparing for his dive into the final dungeon. Here we go with Tiamat 2. He's going to Brack again. He's going to fire those, everything. It's the same strategy. He is not using the evasion. First, almost slow 2, and it hits Gary. Did not target the knight. He cannot have that hit his knight. We might not see it again, though. But who will be standing after this fight? TwitchNChilled at 2 hours and 18 minutes is 2,000 years in the past. He's in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. Bane misses. Excalibur 202. 4 hits from the Excalibur from Caleb. There's some evasion. Caleb fires Bane into Tiamat. That's ineffective. Rub misses. It's a free round for Caleb as we move on to another one. TwitchNChilled is closing in. Bane from Caleb is ineffective. Lightning 2. Only coming back from Tiamat. More evasion. And here comes the Excalibur. What does it do? No, it doesn't. He's gonna fire Bane instead. Ineffective. Excalibur! 126. Look at him adjust. He didn't like seeing that. Let's see if he goes back to the Power Gauntlet. More Banes coming out from Caleb. More evasion, and he's gonna fight. Okay, no Excalibur. No Power Gauntlet. Bane is ineffective. Excalibur 224. And more evasion. TwitchNChilled's closing in. Now he's nearing the Phantom. Bane from Caleb is ineffective. TwitchNChilled has reached the Phantom. TwitchNChilled's ready to take control of this match if Caleb cannot finish off Tiamat 2. Vorpal from Caleb, 2 damage. Something from Gary, he's not good. Excalibur, 166. Oh, and a lightning 2, but Tiamat's starting to dig. Caleb cannot have that slow 2 hit his knight. It's coming back. Oh, he's got Fire Expert. Vorpal, 3 damage. I think that's the Coral Sword, nothing. Expert from Caleb. Hits! Tiamat 2 is defenseless! Fire Ice 2. If he fires those regular elemental attacks, they will hit harder. Okay. Tiamat 2 is defensive. Said that Bane is ineffective. There's Lightning 3. Tiamat 2 starting to fight back. Thor's Hammer, it's not going to do anything. Bane from Caleb into Tiamat 2 misses! Excalibur 222. Another round for Caleb. Back and forth, back and forth. Bane, again, get it? No, ineffective. Cure 4 from Tiamat 2!
Oh, wow.
Damage. Bane, ineffective. Heal 2. Oh, gosh, slow 2 and cure 4 from Tiamat 2. There's the crack from the Green Medusas into TNC. He's gonna survive that. He's on the Earth floor. Look at Caleb go through his spell list. He's starting to run low on resources. But his Light Warriors are in good shape. Brack from Caleb into Tiamat 2, no. Excalibur, 471, slow 2 into Gary again. Brack, ineffective. Cannot get that instant, he's out of them. He's out of Bracks and Banes on Gary. Looks like he's gonna try to fire Quad Axe. He's got 1 left on Fury. He's fired everything he has at Tiamat 2. Excalibur, 364. There's a Chip with Ice 2, 70. Thor's Hammer, Caleb's trying to kill her. Tiamat 2 misses. There's the last Brack from Caleb. It's ineffective. That's all he's got left is Ice 2. I would think he'd throw a Quad Axe out potentially to try to erase Tiamat. But he needs to do some more damage first. We'll see what happens in the next round. Rub misses. Tiamat's starting to toy with Caleb, but Caleb fights back with the Excalibur for 250. Tiamat 2 is down. He does not heal. And he runs into runnable Airs. Air's starting to smash him, but he's got life 2s. Caleb is on the final dungeon. Caleb is to the Chamber of the Ultimate Fiend Chaos. He's got 4 Light Warriors standing. TwitchNChilled is closing in on the Fire floor.
Here we go.
For Caleb's first victory. 2 hours, 22 minutes. Caleb is all alone. It is his match to win. We have not seen Nuke. We've seen 2 Nuclears, Slow 2 and Cure 4. We've seen Inferno. Caleb has nothing to do with those Red Wizards. Yes, he can't do it. It's all in the night. Defense, there you go. Oh! Gary's gone. Caleb fires a Fire 2 into Chaos for 19 whole damage. There's a white shirt for the first stack of evasion in round 2. TwitchNChilled is through. He's, I think, entering the fire floor. Caleb's got to win this match. There's Ice 3 from Chaos. He's got to win this battle if he wants to win this match, we think. Power Gauntlet from Caleb. There's the adjustment. There's the Vorpal. In the hands of the Red Wizard, it's not doing anything. Evasion stack from Caleb. Another one. That's what TwitchNChilled is doing. He's using the defense sword. There's 158. Chaos misses Caleb. It's a free round. He's just going back to the Power Gauntlet. Can the Excalibur be the difference maker here? He left the Temple of Fiends Revisit to go get it. Thunder comes out from Chaos into Caleb. 113. Now what? More white shirt, another white shirt. And that Red Wizard cannot do anything. Does he fire X for here? No, he's going to stick with the white shirt. That's a good play. TwitchNChilled is on the fire floor. There's attack from the Vorpal. Crits! 56. Excalibur 58. After all those power gauntlets. Does he go back to it? He's gonna chip. He feels good about his evasion. He does go back to the power gauntlet. Chaos misses. Does he have anything else he's hiding? Thor's Hammer, 24. The Vorpal. Crits again for 41. There's ink. And it misses. What about the Excalibur? No, not quite yet. He casts Saber on himself again with the Power Gauntlet in battle. Where's Hammer? Excalibur, 489. Quad Axe misses, 42. Another round. Caleb just broke through. Is this the kill shot? Excalibur, 423 is not enough. Caleb's gaining momentum. He's got Chaos down into a corner. Chaos is only fighting back with Lightning 2. Is this it for Caleb? Is this how he wins his first match? Chaos comes out with Fire 3. Rafe is hurting down to 85. The Excalibur, 173 isn't enough. Does the Vorpal do it? 44 to critical hit isn't enough. 23 from the Thor's Hammer. It's another round. He's going back to the defense sword, it looks like. 70 damage from the Vorpal. 30 damage. Chaos has fast. Caleb, just in time, brings up his defenses yet again. He's got max evasion on the Knight. Thor's Hammer for 17. Vorpal, 39. Excalibur for the win! 297 is not enough. Chaos misses. Nuclear! Chaos is radioactive. Rafe is gone. Rafe is Paris Fury's down to 1 HP, but the Knight's got 269 left and 115 is good! Caleb wins it! Caleb wins his first match in Final Fantasy Randomizer! He's moving to 1 and 2!
GG's to Caleb, and GG's to Will in that commentary. Phenomenal work, sir.
Whew.
We're gonna get Caleb in here for a post-race interview, and I can't wait to hear what he has to tell us.
Hats off to both these players. We really think they are the future of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Caleb gets his first win. We're going to see a lot more. TwitchNChilled played very well, put the pieces together, had a strategy, and stuck to it. Right now, he's getting infernoed by Carrie, too. I don't think she's going to last much longer, though. Only 6 hits, 6 damage from the Master. And the Excalibur, 696, blows away Carrie, too. And we are working on getting Caleb in here. Zar, you're directing traffic for the next match and everything. Is that correct, sir? I think. Let's see. Thank Eagle Eye in the chat. Thank you. It's an honor.
Hey, how's it going?
Caleb. Will Cleosis. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Will?
Congratulations. You've won your first match. You're moving to 1 and 2. It wasn't easy.
No,
Tell
it
us
was.
Talk to us, Caleb.
This seed, it was a fun experiment in what it's like with no AoE heavy match. I struggled for a long time, and I figured with the early waterfall dip that I did and the wipe out of there, and then I figured I was behind. I figured I'd lost a bunch of time there, and then I just once I decided to dive C and I found the loot and the chime, and I knew that I was missing 2 loose items, and I knew that at that point that the herb would turn into the key, I knew that I was in go mode, so I was like, oh, I got the Vorpal. I don't have access to Temper or Fast or anything like that, but I've got the Vorpal. I can grind up some levels on the fighter and hope that my white shirt and pair of ribbons will get me through, because early access to Life 2 was great, but not having any big damage spells was really a bummer.
Caleb, you are gassed. I can hear it in your voice, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Earlier yesterday, TwitchNChilled has just perished in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. We're going to check with that and see what was going to go ahead and happen there. You had a tough match with TwitchNChilled. Caleb, earlier, you had your first match with me uploaded to YouTube where you came from. You have your third match. You get your first victory today. You got your first Wilkliosis call just now. You don't even know it yet. It was outstanding. How about the rush of emotions and everything that's happened in this last month for you and your first foray, really, into competitive gaming?
Dude, it's been a whirlwind, man. It's been a whirlwind, to say the least. Like I said, everyone that's come on the podcast, Will, Woat, TwitchNChilled last night, everybody's just been so cool and chill, and it's like the nicest group of people in the world. And we were joking around about that last night. It's like everybody's probably got like bodies in their basement, it seems like, because nobody can be this nice. But this community is amazing, so supportive, and there's just been, it's a whirlwind is definitely one way to put it. It's been fantastic.
A reminder that we have our doubleheader coming up. Czar is directing traffic in the background. Czar, butt in whenever you're ready. Caleb, I want to ask you about the dive into Sea Shrine. You knew what you needed. You knew they were somewhere. You went mermaids first. Take us through your thought process entering in there. What did you know? What did you expect? How happy were you when you found them both?
Well, the mermaids, I figured I had exit. I had warp. I had easy magic to get out of there. It's good chest density. And I got lucky and found the chime up there. And then I kept digging. Maybe I'd find dragon armor. Maybe I'd find the other loose. Maybe I'd find the Mazmoon. And then I was like, whatever. I don't even have the key to check the TFC. So I was like, if it comes back to this, I'm gonna be so mad, because like I'm watching the races last night and like folks orphaning chests, and it was like a cautionary tale. I was like, you're gonna bone yourself, dude. And I was like, well, whatever. I'll just kind of pick. I got the chime. I'll pick the easy chest on my way to Kraken. I'll at least knock my first orb out, and then I'll go full clear sky, and then come back if I have to, if I still haven't found it. Like I was like, I can always come back here. And I was like, well, I'm walking. Let me check Sharknado room. And then if the Gur Sharks had been not quad Xable, I wouldn't have checked that chest. So I was like, well, this would be an easy, quick check. Otherwise, I would have never checked it. And the loot being there was just wild. I was like, all right, well, I'm in go mode. So let's just go. Maybe Topher will be paper, and it wasn't. It probably wasn't that bad. I just didn't have damage. I just couldn't do any damage. The Vorpal wasn't getting it done for me without the temper charges, and with the party I rolled, there was only so much I could do. So, but it was fun, I guess, at the end of the day.
We're going to bring TwitchNChilled in here for one final thought, real quick. Come on in, TwitchNChilled. There you are. Maybe?
GG to you both.
Thank you, Czar. GG, Twitch. GG, man.
Yeah, good game. My inexperience showed a bit.
So,
Actually-
GG Twitch, Czar here. I have a question regarding the early Marsh Cave. I'd like to hear each of your perspectives on Marsh Cave. If you'd like to offer yours first, Twitch, as you were in there with the floater relatively early.
Oh, I love Marsh Cave. It's my favorite first dive. That obviously I'm 0-3 now, but I feel that runners are too afraid to go in there.
We're going to go ahead and move on. I see Dark Moon X Dangwu, Ale Markin, Moist Mogwai's coming back to bring you the next matchup. It's going to be a doubleheader. We're going to go ahead and move forward to final thoughts. First off, TwitchNChilled, congratulations. You had moments in here that I saw. I'll send you a message later. Very impressive. You stuck with it. You went the whole way. You just didn't happen to go to Sea Shrine first, or else this could have been a different story. Any final thoughts on either the match tonight or moving forward in the spring tournament?
The only thing I have to say is I hate Earth Cave. I hate it. I hate it in every seed. But I made the play because I didn't think that Caleb would go there. And if what I was looking for was there, which I think at the time was the loot and the chime, then I'd have been super happy. But no, wasn't there. So
Caleb, final thoughts on tonight's match or moving forward?
Final thoughts. I'm so overcome with like positive emotion right now. It feels really good. Twitch, thanks again for the coming on the show last night and put on a show with us here tonight. I'm looking forward to the 1 and 2 brackets. I know there's going to be some good competition there, and we'll see where we. Yeah, I lost out of the meme brackets, man. Like at least you get to go play in those fun brackets that they were talking about on the Discord now.
yeah, I'm not completely out yet.
True.
Thank you again to Moist Mogwai for doing all the tracking. Thank you to both our players, Rafe Hates Caleb of RafeHatesCaleb.com and his podcast, as well as TwitchNChilled, both players coming from watching everything on YouTube, where I came from as well. Thank you for joining us right here live on Speed Gaming, and later on reloaded and re-uploaded on YouTube. Thank you, Zardia, for holding down the fort while I was at work. We could get in here. Thank you to everyone for bringing us this great show. Right now, incoming, the racers are ready. I'd like to introduce you to Dark Moon X and Dangwu. They will be your hosts for this upcoming match, guys. Take it away.